All right, if you would like to listen to the Chapter 5 test, I will read it aloud question by question. I will read the question and then I will read the answers. I will pause for a few seconds and then I will go on to the next question and just continue reading. Feel free to stop the video. You may have to go back and forth to make sure you are hearing the questions correctly, but you should be able to keep up with this as long as you're pausing it forward and backwards. You'll be able to stay with each question and use this if you need any, just want to hear the words or any clarification throughout the test. So let's go ahead and get started. First question, why did the colonies feel they were being taxed unfairly by their mother country? They wanted to house British troops rather than pay taxes. They felt the French should pay because they had lost the war for North America. They had no representation in the British Parliament. Next question. Why did colonists object to the Sugar Act? It prevented the colonists from trading with other nations. It violated colonists' rights to be secure in their homes. It taxed the colonists with their consent. Next question. Name given to American colonists who sided with Great Britain during the American Revolution. Sons of Liberty, Loyalists, Patriots. Next question. What resulted from the coercive or intolerable acts? The Boston Harbor was closed until the colonists paid for the tea dumped at the Boston Tea Party, to oversee trials in the British courts, or to handle problems with Native Americans. Next question. The Boston Massacre took place in 1770 in the British colony of Massachusetts. Which description of this event is written from the point of view of the Sons of Liberty? Conflict between British soldiers and Boston residents resulted in 5 deaths. Unprovoked British soldiers fired into a defenseless crowd, taking 5 innocent lives. British soldiers were surrounded by unruly colonists and fired their muskets in self-defense. Next question. What did the preamble to the Declaration of Independence say? It spelled out the colonists' complaints against Britain. It listed the rights the colonists believed they should have. It stated that people who wish to form a new country should explain their reasons for doing so. Next question. Use this image to help you answer the next 3 questions. So you will be coming back and forth to this image over the next 3 questions. First question at the bottom here. Who made the ride to warn the colonists that the British are coming? Samuel Adams, George Washington, or Paul Revere? Moving down, again, continue to look at the map as you need. According to the map above, what city did the British first march to after leaving Boston? Concord, Lexington, Medford. Let's go on to the next question. According to the map above, outside of what city were the British forced to begin a retreat? Concord, Lexington, Medford. Next question, at the top. Which describes an effective action by the Sons of Liberty to protest against British colonial policy? Sending letters to the British Parliament asking for their understanding on colonial tax matters, organizing boycotts, or creating their own currency in order to hurt the British economy. For the next question, you are going to read this passage and answer the question below. I will read the passage, and then I will read the question. When the people are oppressed, when their rights are infringed or violated, when their property is invaded, when taskmasters are set over them, in such circumstances, the people will be discontented, and they are not to be blamed. That is by Samuel Adams at the Boston Gazette. It's a newspaper on August 8th, 1768. The question reads, according to the excerpt above, why were the colonists upset? The British government would not allow them to hold slaves. The British government blamed them for rising crime in the colonists. The British government was interfering in their lives. All right, the next two sections are vocab. I will read the words across the top, the vocab terms, or just historical terms, and then I will read the definitions. I will hover the mouse over each term and definition as I talk about them. You will need to match them. The Declaration of Independence, the Townshend Acts, Coercive or Intolerable Acts, Sugar Act, and Stamp Act. Here's the first definition. Law placing a tax on sugar, molasses, and other products shipped to the colonies. Second definition. Series of laws meant to punish Massachusetts and clamp down on colonial resistance. Third one. A document that declared American freedom from Britain. Fourth one. Acts passed by Parliament in 1767 to tax a variety of imports, such as glass, paper, tea, and other items. And the last definition, law requiring all legal and commercial documents to carry an official stamp showing that a tax had been paid. Again, there are those definitions, and here are the words across the top. Let's go down to the next set of matching and vocab terms. Again, I will read across the top, and then I will read the definitions from top to bottom. Across the top, Thomas Jefferson, the Sons of Liberty, Lexington and Concord, boycott, and proclamation of 1763. Here are the definitions. A secret organization whose goal was to resist British control, a refusal to buy British goods, law that forbade colonial settlement west of the Appalachian Mountains, first battles in 1775 that started the American Revolution, and wrote the Declaration of Independence. Again, match them across the top with the definitions. The next four are going to be extended response. I will read the prompt to you. Identify two ideas about rights and government from Enlightenment ideals Thomas Jefferson applied to the Declaration of Independence. Meaning, talk about some of the things that Thomas Jefferson believed, at least two ideas that Thomas Jefferson and the Founding Fathers believed that Britain was not granting to the American people. Okay, let's go down to the next one. Name and describe a British parliamentary act, just a single act, that led to the Revolutionary War. You will get 2 points for the name of the act and 4 points for the description of the act. Next one. The Founding Fathers listed many grievances or frustrations with the British Parliament in the Declaration of Independence. Explain what the following grievance means. And here's the quote. For imposing taxes on us without our consent. What did Thomas Jefferson mean when he put that into the Declaration of Independence as a grievance against Britain? And then the last question. The First Continental Congress ordered the colonists to form militias. How did that order directly lead to the beginning of the Revolutionary War? What are the events that took place between the ordering of the colonists to form militias and the beginning of the Revolutionary War? Again, if you missed any of the questions, you can always restart this video or rewind the videos. Just select back in the video and you will be able to hear me read the questions again as we go along. Good luck. Hopefully you did a good job with this test.